Hey guys, how you guys doing today? This is Jose Garcia. Today I wanted to share with you guys really cool audio from Vic. Okay, he's gonna. It's very valuable information. If you guys follow these principles, you guys will be able to accomplish anything you want. Okay, so be sure you guys listen to the entire audio. This is the type of information that I personally listen to on a daily basis. We have all of these audios in the inner circle. And Vic today with this in this audio, he's gonna talk about the principles on how to succeed. All right, guys. So that's about it. Thank you guys for your time and enjoy this valuable information. All right, guys.
Will crack the code, right? And if you crack the code, quote unquote, you can succeed in virtually anything that you touch. And anything that you want to do out there, as long as it's legit, as long as it provides value, as long as people are getting more benefits than what they pay you in money, you can succeed in anything. And that's that's something that perhaps we can talk about is how do you make that happen? Like how do you engineer your business so that you can succeed in anything out there? What I as I look back, guys, I'd like to share a little bit about some of the ideas, basically, just want to talk to you open eyes. And again, I appreciate you being on here. It speaks volumes that you're here, on a Monday night when you could be watching, whatever, football out there, you can be doing whatever, just like you said, but you guys chose to be here, and that's good. That's good because, listen, you're not here to waste your time. You're not here for Vic. You're here for yourself. And I applaud you for that. Sometimes we need to do things that typical average people don't want to do. Average people, they lay on the sofa, they watch TV, they get fat, and they do nothing, right? And then they complain half of their lives why their life sucks. Well, that makes sense, right? And I remember when I got started, man, in this industry, I'm going to share with you guys six big ideas. For those of you who are taking notes. So I want to give you guys some really good content tonight. And the only thing I can talk about is stuff that I lived, stuff that I experienced. Things that really worked for me personally. As I look back onto my business, as I look back, if I just look back and just kind of try to simplify everything down, kind of put down all the, bells and whistles on, because a lot of times we get confused because we're trying to look at this business as a big picture kind of deal. Right, we're looking at somebody like Alex and somebody like Tony Rush or Tracy Walker or anybody who's really succeeding, right? I have we have people on our team right now who are just starting to have some phenomenal success, unbelievable success, and so a lot of people tend to look at the successful people in this industry and they think, well, those guys might be, they must be special, man. They must be doing something. Something different. And a lot of times they are doing something different. But in all cases, these guys are nobody special. These guys are no different, no better. The way I look at life, man, in general is look, I am trying to be a better person today than I was yesterday. I am competing with myself. And my belief is this. My belief is when I look at anybody, right? And I don't know where I got this belief. It's probably because I got this from just reading a lot of, positive thinking books and just hanging out with people who would, stretch my mindset and just kind of talk about, hey, it's possible. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Look at Edison. Look at the Wright brothers. Look at the building you're in right now. Look at the computer. Look at the phone you're holding in your hand right now. That was somebody's idea. If those people did it, if there were some people in this world who were able to accomplish just absolutely ridiculous, mind-blowing stuff and breakthrough technologies and all of this. We have that potential. Don't you agree? I just look at that and my internal belief is that there is absolutely nothing that is impossible if you have a desire that's strong enough and a will to do it. That's it. And as Daifu says, period, man. There is nothing in this world that you cannot accomplish if you had a desire that's strong enough and a will to do it and never, ever give it up. And so when I look at somebody like, like inventors and people who just, changed the world, with what they did. Steve Jobs, is a good example. I mean, if a guy was able to single-handedly, you can say, shift, how the world operates, right? Listen, making money on the internet and building your online business is a walk in the park, right? And I think a lot of people, what they're doing is they're looking at this business building thing. If they're overwhelming themselves. And yeah, there's a lot of information that's been out there. There's a lot of overwhelm going on. There's a lot of you listen to this guy and he's telling you to do this, and then somebody says, hey, get this plugin, this is the best thing out there, just get this whistle, get this bell, get this blah, 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 right? And so people just they put on too much weight on themselves, and then they cannot carry themselves up into this mountain, right? And so, excuse me, when I look at the business, I like to just basically simplify it. I play with paper and pen a lot. I like to write stuff down. I like to, draw things out. When I'm on an airplane, you're on a plane for like a couple hours, flying somewhere, you might as well do something productive. So, I always draw things out. I always mind map and just kind of breaking things down, simplifying things, and looking at, I look at the idea, okay, for example, making money on the internet, right? What do you need to make money online? Well, we're going to talk about this. I'm going to share with you guys some really cool concepts. And we're going to really simplify this thing called, marketing. But I think even before that, here's something I want you guys to consider, okay? There's a big idea that allowed me personally, to create magic in my business and my life. I come from a very, very humble family, from a very humble, background. We had just enough to kind of get by, just enough. I never, had the nicer things in life when I was a kid, but, we were not poor. I mean, we were just very middle class, just like a lot of people in the world, right? And my parents, they did everything they could from their side, from, with what they had to give us the best that they could from what they had, right? And so we were living this mediocre lifestyle. And I was conditioned in that, right? And just like a lot of people, we get conditioned with what's going on around us. And so, unfortunately, a lot of times what happens is we carry this conditioning through, in our lives, and then we pass it on to our kids, and then our kids, if they don't do anything different, then they'll pass it on to their kids, and that's how generations kind of continue, right? And so if you look at a lot of times, if you look at, families who are, let's say, welfare recipients, right? They're third and fourth and sometimes fifth generation, possibly even beyond welfare recipients. Why? Because there is nobody in that family who could stand out and who could say, listen, I'm just gonna break the chain. I'm just gonna break the cycle of mediocrity. And as I got married, when we got to this country, it was back in '96. I just had this thing, and this really started to take hold of me when I got married. I got married very early on. I was 20 years old when I got married. I was never one of these kids who liked to goof around a lot. I figured, hey, you love somebody, get married. So that's what I did. And that's when I started to really think about, hey, if I don't do something different, right? If I don't break the cycle of mediocrity that has been, kind of carrying, that has been going on in my family, my wife's family, then my kids are going to have the same life that I had. And I did not want that. I wanted to give them the best, lifestyle that I can, because the opportunity is there. I look at people who are succeeding, and fortunately, I stumbled across, marketing and had my share of failures in the beginning, but I was just lucky enough to, I did not have to fail for way too long. I think I was failing for about the first 10 months or so. And then I was fortunate to have, people come into my life and coaches, and I, listen to them, and I really paid attention. But here's where it all got started, folks, okay? That started when I got introduced to this industry. I was looking at all these success stories, all these people who are making it. And I think the big idea the first big idea, you can say, for me was big dreams, man, just big goals and big reason why. Why did I want to do this? So if you guys are making notes, you might want to write this down. Big idea number one is to have big dreams. And a lot of times when we think about having a big dream, we are not, we think, well, we just want to make money, right? And I thought that's what I wanted. We wanted to make more money because obviously, money is not everything, but it's right up there with with oxygen, right? I mean, again, it's not everything, but it's close to it. Money can do a lot of good, money can do a lot of bad. But if you have, if you're breathing bad oxygen, you're gonna die. If you have, use money for evil, you're gonna be an evil person, and it's just not good. But you can do a lot with money, right? So a lot of times, people think that we want money. A lot of times we start this in this industry because we think we want money. That's what I found in the beginning too. And what I've discovered is really, if you think about it, if you really deep down, what is money? Money is paper, right? Money is nothing but paper. It's here today, gone tomorrow, they'll change it to something else the next day or whatever, right? You exchange, form of exchange. Really what we're after is something that is not money, right? What we're really after is really what money can do for us. And I want to ask you guys this. Although we have 1,000 people, probably 1,000 people on this call right now, everybody wants to make it, right? And here's my message to you guys tonight. You can't, okay? You can't. And think about this. Like my burning desire was, hey, I wanted to change or break the cycle of mediocrity, okay? What if you can be that person, okay? Really focus on that feeling, what we feel like for you. Really get laser focused on that why and why you want to do this, okay? And you know what? Feel the responsibility. I think, when I got, we had our first child who was born. The responsibility, Alex, you got kids. You know what it's like, right? You have your first child is born, and your responsibility is like, everything changes. I saw you had to do, what I'm talking about. Yeah. Over my mind. So I think if we let ourselves, if we make ourselves feel responsible to somebody that you really love, somebody that you care about, you know what I mean? Then, and you share your big idea with that person, you share your vision, you share your dream, and you share with them what you want to accomplish for them. It's not about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you. It's about them. It's about your family. It's about your loved ones. It's about your friends. It's about, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It's about the person who you really, truly care about. Okay? Make it about them. And you know what? You share your vision. You share your big dream with them. When I had a talk with my wife, I remember in the beginning, she was skeptical. She was very skeptical about, me starting this whole online thing. And I can see why, right? But you know what? I started to talk to her about the possibilities, right? Approach your business from what-if approach, right? What if you were able to build that dream house? What if, make that what if so vivid, so clear, that it becomes a must for you, okay? And now you have this responsibility. So big idea number one, folks, is, it's basic, it's simple, but I think it's on the surface, if you just take it as a surface level thing, it's not going to do anything to you. But if you take it deeper, right, if you really think about it, and if you really get clear, if you write it out, it's have a big dream, have a big why, and share it with your loved ones, right? It made a big difference for me, because my wife now became my partner. Not like a business partner, but she became my partner supporting my vision, and it became about us. Okay, it's about us making a bigger difference. Okay? Now, idea number two is, listen, anytime that you're going to try to break through mediocrity, anytime you're going to try to attempt to do anything that's outside of your comfort zone, something that you haven't done before, guess what? Be prepared. Be prepared for some stones to fly your way. Be prepared for some people to call you crazy. Be prepared for some negativity. It's going to happen. Listen, it is going to happen whether you want it or you don't. Okay? So big idea number two is this. You got to feed your dream daily. All right? Feed your dream daily. How do you do that? Well, it doesn't matter what company you start with. It doesn't matter, we have a lot of folks who, if you were invited to you guys, I just want to, I hope this information serves you, and helps you, take a look at this business, maybe from a little bit of a different approach. If anything, at least give you an idea to really think about it, hopefully make a bigger difference for you. You gotta feed your dream. In any company, in anything that you look at in life, okay, you go to Dubai and you go to a 7-star or a 10-star hotel resort, right? You go to a place where where you pay $50,000 a night stay, right? The place is flawless. I mean, it's ridiculously awesome. I mean, it can be built from pure gold, right? You will always have people who will be complaining. You will always have people who will be raising fans, all right? If you look at any business, you will always have, at any company, you will always have people who will say, that doesn't work. You will always have people who have phenomenal success. Now, it's going to be up to you to decide which side you're going to give attention to, all right? You got to look at the negative side of things. Forget about reaching your dream. It's not going to happen, all right? What I did in the business world is I completely ignored everybody and anything that would not support my vision. That would if somebody would tell me this, it's not possible, or the company is a scam, or this or that or the other, right? Or this industry is just not, get a real job, whatever. I would just ignore it. Now, sometimes we can't, completely, remove our friends and family members from our lives. But we have the power to ignore them. Listen, nobody can make you feel anything unless you allow them to feel that way. Unless you allow them to make you feel a certain way. You understand? So, somebody says, well, if somebody makes me feel this way. Well, they don't. You just allow them to feel, to make you feel a certain way. Okay, so I decided early on, that's what my mentor said. He says, Nick, put blinders on, man. Don't listen to anybody who's not supporting your vision. They are not they're not going to be with you. And so you might as well just completely ignore them. Now, sometimes we'll go to our friend's house or our family member's house, and as soon as the business, as soon as they ask you, hey, okay, so what are you doing? Right? And as soon as you tell them what you're doing, they'll start to, whatever, make fun of you sometimes, right? They'll ask you questions to make you feel uncomfortable sometimes, right? It happens. It happened to me, right? So what I did is I decided to not say it long. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Everything good? Chit-chat 5 minutes. Oh, I gotta go. Bye. Right? So you control your environment. You gotta feed your dream. You gotta listen to people who are making it. I was deliberately looking in a direction where I wanted my business to go, which is I was constantly, listening to testimonials and watching testimonial videos and people who overcame tremendous struggles, right? I would watch people, talk about success. I would listen to success. I would read success magazines. I would read, articles about success. I would constantly feed myself with positive, you can do it information daily, folks. Okay, this is not something to be ignored. This is not something to be taken for granted or something to kind of be put on a second, on a second burner. This is your strong thing. This is one of the primary things. This is one of your income-producing activities. All right? A lot of times we talk about income-producing activities in our business. And guess what? We talk about business building, like lead generation and traffic generation. And that's business-producing activities. But you know what? One of your business-producing activities is feeding yourself your nuggets. All right? Daily. Feeding your dream daily. That's your business-producing activity. And if you don't, what happens if a farmer plants a seed and it doesn't water? Or it doesn't feed it, or it doesn't cover from, the weather conditions or whatever, right? What happens? Well, the seed is going to die. Right? I mean, it has all the nutrients in the ground. It has all the potential, all the capabilities, and everything that it needs from the ground. But if it's not protected, when it needs to be protected, it's going to die, right? And it's just not going to grow. That's what's going to happen. Same thing with your business, okay? Idea number 2 is protect your dreams daily. All right, so what's idea number 3? Well, idea number 3 is this. It's simple. You look at what you do what successful people do. Okay, so when you think about that, right? So if you want to succeed, you do what successful people do. Well, let's break this down. What do successful people do? Well, first of all, when I look at somebody who's truly successful, right? There is a thread, there is a common denominator amongst all successful people. And the first thing that stands out is they are being very selective who they listen to, right, and who they associate with. That kind of goes hand in hand with idea number 2, which is, feeding your dream. All right, so successful people, when I talk to them, when I go to, right now, I'm blessed to be able to participate in some of the inner circles of, and hang around people who, are making millions and sometimes billions of dollars in their businesses per year, right? And I get to talk to them, not all the time, but, sometimes. right? And I'm the, I'm the kind of guy who, I've got ears in my mouth, so I listen twice as much as speak. Okay, so and virtually all of these guys, they are talking about, they say, who are you listening to, right? They have been they're selective in who they hang out with. Always try to stretch yourself. I don't want to hang out with people who, in circles where I feel, like I'm the most knowledgeable, right? I want to go and hang out with people who stretch me, my potential, right? My mindset, who stretch the way I think about business, and who inspire me. These are the groups that I want to be in. These are the groups that I want to, to be around, and the people that I want to be around. Why? Because it rubs off, right? It kind of spills over, and you catch the same bug, and then and when you come back, you feel inspired, and so you tend to do things that are with a different energy and a different level of it. Now, so first thing that successful people do is, they associate with other successful and even more successful people than they are. What's something else that they do? Well, when I look at successful people, normally, almost all the time, they use systems, right? They have some kind of system that works for them. In other words, we all have 24 hours a day, right? We all have the same potential. Warren Buffett has the same time that you and I have. Bill Gates, the same way. Tony Robbins, he's the same way. He's only got 24 hours, right? Thomas Edison had 24 hours. The Wright brothers, but yet these people are changing the world, right? So, but when you look at them, especially in the modern day right now, in this day and age, successful people, they use systems. They leverage themselves. They leverage their efforts with a system. Okay, we can talk about that a little bit later. Now, what's something else that they do? Well, successful people like to automate the system and take themselves out from the equation as much as possible. Okay, so that when, they can go on vacation and their business can continue to produce, to generate revenue. They can take a month or 6 months off, right? And there's going to be no significant change in their income. In other words, their income is not dependent on their business. If your income depends on you, you don't have a business, you have a job. Okay? I don't want my income to depend on me. I want to build a system, and I want to automate a system, and if I want to take off, my income will not stop. Okay? And there are different ways we can do that, and we can talk about this, have some more time on this call. Something else that successful people are doing that I see happening a lot, especially nowadays, is, check this out. I look at what do they actually sell, successful people, right? So I look at guys like Tony Robbins, right? I look at guys like, our record, guys who like, Frank Kern and Ben Kennedy's of the world, and I look at guys like Google, right? I look at, the Yahoos, and I look at, you look at anybody who is truly on the top of their game, right? Bill Gates. I mean, what do these people do? Okay, what do these people sell? Well, they sell information, some sort of information in some form. Okay, ultimately they sell information. Okay, you can make money. I'm not saying that selling tangible products is the way it's not going to work. There's obviously companies that are tremendously successful selling tangible stuff, and that's okay. Now, I want my business to run, right? Like for example, I want to go and be able to work from Hawaii, right? From the Caribbean. I want to be able to work from anywhere in the world. Okay. If I have a brick and mortar type business, do I have to ship stuff and I have to, in other words, I don't want my business to dictate where I need to live. You understand? And so, with that in mind, right, that if I want my business to be like that, I'm going to look at people who have that kind of life that I want. And I take a look at what do they sell, right? And these people sell information. Now, information can be, you look at Google, right? Probably one of the most successful companies out there on the internet is Google, right? What do they sell? It's the biggest information, house ever created. Okay? It's Google. They sell information ultimately. You go to Google to get information, right? And you look at, I look at Tony Robbins. Well, Tony Robbins, he sells information. He sells ideas. He talks to you, right? He sells it in the form of DVDs and courses and seminars and that, this and that, but ultimately it's information, right? So keep that in mind, right? That gives you a clue. So that's kind of, I mean, we can be even deeper into that, what do successful people do, but I don't want this call to go on for way too long. Idea number four is basically is have a system. We touched upon that a little bit. Very, very important in your business, okay? Is have a system in place, whether it's something you create or whether it's something that you tap into. Right? For example, the Power Network. It's a system. Okay? It's a system that sells information. All right? The most, the very thing we're talking about here, folks, and if you just, if you really think about this for yourself, you will find this to be true, okay? System, selling information, and doing a good job at it, okay? Ultimately, that's where it's at. Now, idea number 5 is you've got to feed the system, okay? So you have the system, hopefully you sell information. Now, your responsibility as the business owner, okay, is you've got to feed the system. Now, you are being the head of your business, right? So in order for you to feed the system, you need to feed you, don't you? How can you feed the system if you don't feed yourself? Does that make sense? So in order for your business to operate at the optimum level, you need to stay on top of your game. You need to have your head operating, your brain operating in a way that's going to allow you, right, to come up with ideas, to come up with, quote unquote fuel, right? And that would, where you would know how to get the, this fuel for your business that would feed the system. Okay? But I always talk, when I talk and teach people and, and just talk to groups or webinars or even, people who want to do private coaching and things like that, I always start with this. I said, look, man, your business is a direct reflection of you. Okay? You want to get your business better? You've got to get yourself better. Okay? And I'm not here to preach, I'm not here to preach some personal development on you here, but this is important. Okay? I look at somebody like Paulo Barroso in our team. I mean, the guy started out did not know anything. Last year was his first year working with us. Made almost $500,000. Okay? Again, his results are not typical. If you listen to what I'm telling you here, I don't know what's going to happen to you. You might go broke. You might, I don't know. There's no guarantees, folks, in life, right? And I cannot even guarantee you're going to wake up tomorrow. Okay? I cannot guarantee I'm going to wake up tomorrow. Okay? But it is what it is. People say, hey, don't share results. Heck with that. The guy makes $500,000. Why? Because he followed what we teach, right? He decided to get serious. He decided to do exactly what I'm telling you right here, folks, okay? He got a big dream. I remember him calling me up and he's like, Vic, I'm afraid I'm going to lose a job, okay? And I don't know what to do. I got a family. I got kids. I don't know how to run business online. And I told him exactly what I'm telling you. Like, we started that conversation with, hey, man, figure out exactly what you want, okay? Get emotionally attached to that. Again, the same stuff that we're talking about. I told him, hey, read daily, right? Listen to audio daily. Have a system. Get your hands on a system that works. And then feed the system. Now, how do you feed the system? Well, you feed the system by putting the system in front of people who are already pre-interested in what you have to offer. Okay? It's called traffic generation. Simple as that. All right? You got to get really, 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 really good at generating traffic. So bottom line is, if you don't know how to get traffic, you can have all the other pillars, you can have all the other ideas, you can work on them until you're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, this needs to work in a harmony, right? These ideas, stand alone, they will not get you the magical life you want. Okay? Together, right? If you put them together and make it work, make it work in a harmony, complementing each other, and it's like that recipe for a great cake, right? You put the ingredients in the right proportions with, at the right time or whatever. See, I'm not a cook, so I don't know how that stuff works, but I see how my wife does stuff, right, in the kitchen sometimes. She puts this a little bit from this, bowl a little bit from this, and she mixes it up. She cooks it, and man, that thing is awesome. Same thing in your business. If you want to build something incredibly awesome, folks, these ideas need to work. You need to have and implement all of these ideas. All right, now traffic generation is one of the ideas, right? It's the system. So the system is set up so it converts traffic into opt-ins and opt-ins into sales. Okay, and that's what the system is designed for. Okay, that's how I have, that's why I designed my system that way. Right? Is I don't want to sell. I don't want to explain. I don't want to, I don't want to call people. I don't want to do meetings. I don't want to drive anywhere to somebody's house to do presentations. I don't want any of that stuff. I want my system to work for me 24/7, 365. It doesn't take days off. It doesn't ask for vacations. It doesn't take Christmas off. It doesn't take New Year's off. Heck, when I got started with Empower Network 2012, right, it was around Christmas time, and most people take Christmas time off, and I created, I popped out an idea that later turned into a system that generated over $700,000 for me the first 28 days, right? Now then we turned this idea into a system that works continuously, like clockwork, right? And I don't even have to touch it, right? It works. Not only for me, but it works for people who use it. Now, that's what the system is for. Now, what we need to do, what I need to do on a daily basis, I need to figure out ways of feeding the system, which is getting traffic to your front end of the system, to your landing page. All right. Now that a lot of you guys saw this today, we've opened up. If traffic generation is something you want to learn more about, here's what I can tell you. We just opened up a free video training series. There's like 4 videos, I believe, in the training series. It literally walks you through and shows you a lot of the really cool ideas and strategies and methods, right, for generating traffic. And you can find that. Here's what I'm going to tell you. However you got here, get back to the person who invited you onto this call and just say, hey, let's talk about this little, traffic training for free tonight on the call. You send me the video, and the person will send you the video for the training. But you want to check it out. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. It's going to really open your eyes to the possibility of what can happen when you learn how to get traffic. And guys, if I can tell you something here tonight, and that is this: decide. And it has to be a conscious decision, and you have to stand by it. Right? Decide to become really, really good at generating traffic. Okay? And this is if you master this is one skill that you cannot dabble with. You cannot dilly-dally with. All right, you need to get really good at it. You need to learn. You need to know how to do it. Okay, so that you don't have to rely on Google. You don't have to rely on Facebook. What happens if Facebook spams you, whatever. You rely on yourself. Okay, you have this knowledge. Like, you know what? You wake up in the morning and you know how to drive a car. You need to go to work. You don't rely on somebody. Waiting for somebody to take you to work. Right? Maybe there's 1 or 2 people on this call who are in that boat, but most of us, we know how to drive a car. Right? We learned how to drive a car, or maybe you take maybe you ride a bicycle to work. However, a bicycle might be a good example too, right? You learn how to ride a bike, and then that's one of the skills that you know how to do. Right? Even if you don't ride a bike for a year, you know how to do it. You never forget. It's like tying your shoe. You learn how to tie your shoe. You can do it over and over and over again. Right? And you don't have to imagine how silly that would be, right? If you're like 20-year-old or 30 or 40-year-old and you rely on somebody to tie your shoe, right? And unfortunately, in business, what happens is people they want to take the road of least resistance, and they want to make excuses for not really generating the result that they want in their business. Okay, they say, well, I don't know how to drive traffic. Well, take the time to learn, right? It's like saying, hey, I don't know, I never took the time to learn how to tie my shoes, so I guess I don't know how to tie my shoes. Take the time to learn it. You'll learn it, right? I don't know how to drive a car. Take the time to learn it, right? I don't know how to make my marriage work. Take the time to learn it. There is nothing you cannot learn about, okay? Especially in this day and age. Listen, there should be no excuse valid enough There should be no excuse, period, that would prevent you from living your dreams. Okay? I really hope you guys hear me on this. Because ultimately, our dream, the first idea, that big dream you have, that responsibility, you know what? You can break the cycle of mediocrity. You can be the first one, perhaps maybe in your family, the first one in your family who can step out and who's going to say, you know what? I'm going to change, I'm going to shift the course that my family has been, the lifestyle that my family has been living for the last 30, 40, 50 years. Right? I'm going to be the first one who's going to make the life for my kids different. Okay? And you have that potential. Okay? But you're going to have to learn some things. You're going to have to stick at your, stick to your guns. You have to put your stake in the ground. And you have to do things every single day that would move you in the direction you want to go. Okay, guys? And then idea number 6 is you set bigger goals. Okay? If you follow these, first 5 ideas here, folks, it's simple. Again, I'm going to repeat them to you if you're taking notes. Number 1 is have big dreams. All right? Have big goals. Money is not what you're after. All right? And really, feel the responsibility and take the responsibility, share it with somebody, right? That's going to make you and keep you kind of accountable, right? For what you said, right? For the dream that you have. Make it be about somebody that you love, okay? If it's just about you, it's going to be very easy to change it, right? It's going to go, you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like, doing it, and you're like, okay, well, whatever, I guess I don't need this. But if you look at your kids, if you look at your family, if you look at your, parents, your wife, your husband, and you say, it's for them, and it's for them, I'm going to do this, even if I don't feel like doing it sometimes, sometimes we have those days where we feel like doing nothing, right? It's for them, and you're going to pick yourself up, you're going to do it, all right? Idea number 2 is you're going to feed your dream daily, right? Very important. You're going to listen, you're going to associate with people, you're going to go to events, you're going to go and hang out with people who are more successful than you are, because you need to do that. This is not optional, folks. It's not optional. Some people think this is optional. I get to when I feel like it, or if I have some extra money, I'll go to events. If I have some extra money, I'll go and invest in myself. Listen, you're going to be dealing with this thing. Forget about living a dream. Okay, you're going to have the same results you can always get. Okay, this is not optional. Okay, feeding your dream daily, folks, important. Positive income producing activities. Idea number 3, do what successful people do. Okay, associations. Use the systems. Again, Empower Network is a perfect system here. Idea number 4 is actually have a system that's going to work for you 24/7, 365. Idea number 5 is simply feed the system. So something to promote. If you're on here, if you got invited by somebody, first of all, thank them. Email them back and say, thank you for inviting me onto this call. And then second of all, ask them, hey, what's this thing, this thing called Empower Network, man? Give me more information about it. Guys, I can tell you, when it comes to a vehicle, right? When it comes to a system, there is also something you need to look at, which is the heart of the company, right? Which is the intention, right? Why is the company existing? Why, you know why I love Empower Network? I'll just tell you right up front. So it's because up until Empower Network came around, there was no other company. I want you to hear me out. There was no other company in the industry that would pay 100% commission on all the product. Okay? When Dave Wood and Dave Sharp came up with an idea and said, you know what, we're going to pay 100% commissions on these products right here. Okay? That tells me that these guys care about their people succeeding. Okay? And look at it now. Everybody's trying to copy it. Okay? Which is fine. At least they did something that, that kind of inspired others to do, right? Or maybe they don't have a choice, to keep up. Right? They're just being a lot of them are just being copycats and just copying, right? But a lot of the companies, or for me anyway, a big deal when I look at the companies, I look at the leadership and I look at the intention behind what they sell, the intention behind why the company got created in the first place. Okay? And if the intention resonates with you, you want to get behind it, right? And you want to lock arms. So, check out, Empower Network is a system, right? That we've got some really, really awesome product lines coming out. Things that are going to be generic for the marketplace, exclusive. Just to empower or promote. The video that we released, earlier today. I can't tell you how many people actually contacted me today. Saying, "Hey, Vic, can I be a part of this? Can I send this to my list? Can I send this to?" And you can't. You got to be a part of Empower Network. You got to be an active affiliate, right? This stuff is exclusive, all right? So, that's that. And then idea number, 5 again is you feed this system. You get traffic to your program. You get traffic to your website. You get traffic to your landing page, your builder list. I cover a lot of these traffic getting strategies, folks, and a lot of the list building ideas. Traffic generation is something that I master, right? I deliberately decided, you know what? I don't just want to learn traffic. I want to be the best at generating traffic, period. That was my intention. That was my goal. Because I did not just want to be another traffic getting, guy who knows how to get it. I literally wanted to become the best at generating traffic. I don't know if I'm the best, but I think I'm pretty good. I know how to get a lot of traffic. I started from scratch, folks. In this industry, I started from zero. I actually borrowed a lot of money to get started. And I was able to build an incredibly successful business to where now I'm at the point to where I'm able to, invest as much as $200,000, sometimes $250,000 a month, just testing different traffic strategies and testing a whole lot of things, when it comes to traffic. I'm able to do that and not have to worry about, what if my campaign bombs, or what if I this, what if I that. Well, if it bombs, there's not much you can do, right? But see, you get yourself to the point where you don't have to worry about that stuff, right? And then when you don't have to worry about money, you know what? Your business, everything around you, your life becomes magical. And then all of a sudden you can do things that, that if you can dream it, you can do it, pretty much. And that's possible for everybody and then, a lot of people think traffic generation is hard, and it's not, folks. It's simple. You take one idea, you take one traffic getting strategy, you master it, and it doesn't take a long time to master something, guys, especially nowadays. And if you go through the training, I think it's video 2 or video 3, it might be video 4, I'm going to be showing you introducing you to some ideas, guys, some traffic getting strategies that's like, 2014 type stuff. I mean, you don't need to learn. You don't need to take a lot of time to learn this stuff. This is really, really simple. So if you watch those videos, it'll really, really open your eyes to some things when it comes to getting traffic. If you want to get 20,000 visitors to your site tomorrow, listen, you can get it. And I can tell you, go to this website, and it's actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do for you. I think it's video 4. I'll just say, hey, you go here, you order, how much traffic do you need? 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, boom, get it delivered, in the next 24 to, 72 hours. It's not difficult, folks, right? But what you do is you get traffic from just using one traffic source, right? You get good at it, you automate it, right? Automate it basically means you start a little bit smaller. You take a look at how it works for you. If it turns positive, returning your investment, then you just reinvest a little bit of money. Every single dollar that comes back into your business, right? Profit. Take some of that money and use that as your seed money, right? Seed money to grow your business. In order for you to grow your business, you need to have some seeds, right? If the farmer wants to grow a crop, he doesn't just use all the seeds and all the profit he gets, right? He saves a little bit to have some, for next year, right? And so with your business, if you don't spend every single dollar that's going to come in, you really don't have an ability to scale. So this month is your money, right? So leave a little bit on the side, and then use that money to test new ideas and new traffic sources. And then before you know it, you have 3 or 4 different traffic avenues that's working and returning positive return to investment. And then all of a sudden you have, an extra 5,000 or 10,000 per month that you can play with, right? And that's how you scale little by little. You didn't start, running right away, right? You need to, maybe crawl a little bit in the beginning. I have a 4-month-old daughter right now, and it's fun to see how kids, kind of progress and grow. But that's like perfect analogy for business. We don't run right away. Little by little, sometimes you're going to fail, yes. But you know what? Who cares? Because you're building your dream, my friend. If a dream is big enough, the obstacles don't matter, right? Take a look at your dream. Don't look at the obstacles that's right in front of your nose. Like when you're driving your car, you look at a mile ahead. If you're going to look at just 10 feet ahead of you, you're going to crash. Something's going to happen, right? When you're building your business, man, you got to take a look at the dream, make it vivid, make it fool you, right? And then on your journey to that success, to that big goal you have, you know what? Sometimes you fail, but you know what? When you win, the victory is sweet, and I'm telling you. And you're gonna celebrate with your loved ones. And guys, the biggest thing that you need to learn is traffic, conversions, making your system work. And then the only thing you have to do is every single day, take 30 minutes a day, work on yourself, get an idea that's going to inspire you. That's pretty much it. Everything comes down. That's basically as simple as that. Everything else is, that can be a bonus. And then you're going to set yourself bigger goals. You're going to set yourself bigger visions, and bigger ideas going to come to you. And then you're going to say, you know what? I was able to build this magical life for myself. How awesome would it be if I can touch somebody and maybe, help somebody change their life. I'm at the point right now where it's not about me anymore. I can literally retire and don't have to do anything, which is, I'm blessed to be able to get to this point, not because I'm lucky, not because I'm somebody special, because I deliberately worked. I did what I needed to do. I invested in myself. I invested in my business. I stayed at it, right? I was able to get to where I'm at today. You can do the same thing. But right now, it's about, what really inspires me right now is the success story that we're getting. There's people who did not make it, and now they're making it, and they're saying, "Vic, thanks, man. I no longer have to work. I no longer, have the life that the lifestyle that I hated. I'm now able to travel. I'm now able to, to buy cool stuff for my family. I'm now able to actually go to the store and when somebody's birthday to actually get them something good, right? Instead of looking at the price, I'm now actually, just look at the thing, and if I like the thing, I buy it. Right now I go to a restaurant, and instead of ordering from, based on the price, you order what you like. Sometimes you go to a restaurant and there's a sirloin and there's a ribeye, right? And maybe the ribeye is $2 more, $3 more. And how many times do you want to get the ribeye, but you're getting the sirloin because you don't want to spend the extra $3? Come on. You don't have to live like that. It's available, folks. I want to tell you that this is available to everybody. You just need to take it. You need to, take responsibility and just do what you need. You're going to say, that's it, period, man. I'm going to do this. There is no other way around it. This is your year. This is your time. You can do this. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. My friend, you're awesome. You're going to achieve anything you want to achieve. Alex, you're still here with me, brother, or am I talking just to myself here?
Absolutely, brother. Wow, man, this is really killer stuff, man. That's freaking. If I can just place a price tag on this ball, like if this was like the merchandise somewhere in the store, like what you just shared, like even though it was like $2,000 price tag right there, just for this vehicle, for that information that's shared, brother.
Yeah, it's simple information, but a lot of times, we don't think about simple things. We want to think about complicated stuff. And then we wonder, why our heads hurt and why we get frustrated. So a lot of times it's because we try to overcomplicate simple things, and I hope this kind of makes sense of what the message I wanted to convey today. I'm glad, man. I'm glad to hear that. But you guys are a perfect example of that. You used to have a job, right? And you don't have a job anymore. How does it feel, man? How does it actually feel to be able to wake up? And I feel, sometimes I hop on Facebook, which I don't do a whole lot, but if I do, I see your pictures, you're like hanging out with your kids in the park, and you're like, hey, I'm in the park and I just paid $2,000 today. How does it feel, bro?
Wow, it's freaking amazing. It's it's like living a dream, really. Like, well, the dream that we really designed ourselves. Not like we just woke up next day and we had, that brought to us, on a plate. We built it that way, but we aligned with the system, like you described. I think part number 3 or number 4, you need to align yourself with the right system, right? And I'll be honest with you, like if I had the opportunity to be on a call like this, like 4 years ago, when I started in this industry, like I would make that day a holiday on the calendar. I would just circle that day as my Alex holiday, because that would be my grateful point. Because if somebody would have laid it down for me 4 years ago that, hey, all it takes is those 6 components, right? Big idea, isolate you from negative people, master your emotional state, and really work on your dream and find the right system and master the traffic generation and conversion. Really, I would have saved myself maybe like 3 years of, struggle and frustration and a lot of money, because, hey, I spent a lot of money on different courses. I spent a lot of money on different programs, and just like never had access to the right information. And just like you said, like number 1 company in the world is Google. And what do? They sell information, right? They give you that access to the information that you're seeking for on any topic that's imaginable, right? So if I had access to that type of information 3 years ago, I would be in a totally different probably income level. But hey, I'm not complaining, dude. I'm like, we're free. We can do whatever we want. We travel the world. We meet with like-minded people. I mean, every time we go to Power Network, it's like a family reunion for us, because we're like-minded. We feed off each other. We get the crazy vibe of energy that fuels our passions, and we just like get inspired, and then we can inspire thousands of other people, and that's what drives us, man. Not about the money anymore. It's about those success stories from the teams. People that actually making stuff happen, making their first $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month. What allows them to do so? Like you said, man, it's all about people that we are inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. All right, folks. I actually got a run, and I don't know if you have, if you have anything else you want to add to that, but we do these, we're rolling out these video trainings here, but we have quite a few things to get done tonight. If folks want to check out the free trainings that run live today, again, just get back to the person who invited you onto this call and just say, hey, what's that traffic formula free training that Vic was talking about on the call? They'll give you a link for it. Check it out.
Also, well, thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending 1 hour with us and breaking all this stuff down for us. And guys, get back to those emails. I watched the first video that came out. I just watched it today. It was like,
All right, guys. So that was it. That was the audio that I wanted to share with you guys from Vic. Go ahead and leave your comments below, and go ahead and apply, all this information that Vic, told you and talked to you about. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Watch out for my emails. I'm gonna keep on sending you guys additional training, additional videos and stuff from Vic or myself, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Thank you.